Hey, this is Joe, and you're about to go behind the scenes of Linkin Park's Shadow of the Day video.
The video we're shooting today is for Shadow of the Day. It takes place in a time where the United States is in civil war, like a modern-day civil war. I wake up and prepare myself to go out into the war-torn streets. Chaos starts to ensue, and there's a lot of things being blown up and people running and kind of this really intense scene.
Action!
Today's the first day of shooting, and we're basically getting all of the footage of me pretty much waking up and getting out of bed.
Roll playback and action.
And the sun will set for you. The sun will set for you.
It's kind of interesting because almost this entire time I've been here, I've been in my underwear. I thought it would be a little weird, but it's quite comfortable, as a matter of fact. I think I'm just going to cruise around in my underwear more often.
You get low and maybe that thing could be in the background.
Yeah. In my apartment there, everything's very well put together, and then there's a section where there's just like wires and maps and blueprints and magnifying glasses and soldering irons, and I don't know what all that stuff is supposed to be. My diabolical madman's section of my apartment.
And the gate's good, guys. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for the hard work today.
All right, good job.
That's a wrap.
Today we shot the first part of the video, which is Chester hanging out in his apartment building and getting ready to go outside to take his little adventure in the world. Tomorrow we're going to go into that world on the Fox studio backlot.
As the song kind of progresses and builds, the intensity of the video builds.
There's something about putting people in uniforms and dressing them up and all of a sudden them just absorbing themselves into the atmosphere. It was really interesting to see that, the fact that everyone had fun on the set. The extras were really getting into the characters. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of me telling them what to do. They kind of got it.
Action! Action!
When the citizens were throwing the rocks, they were really throwing stuff. The soldiers, without me telling them to have their feet become in sync, they were just doing it automatically, and they were really becoming soldiers. The idea was to create chaos, and I think having a great crew has a lot to do with that as well. Yeah, the way we shot the video, we used a lot of handheld just to make it feel like you were in the crowd or you were witnessing it as things were going on. You as a viewer kind of feeling, you know, if there's an explosion, you would react this way, and in the video the camera goes that way. So I was definitely trying to strike a little bit more of a realistic approach, which is a little bit different than, you know, some of the the clean imagery that we're used to throwing up on a video. This is the back lot over at Fox. It looks like an old city, like New York or Chicago. We had our friends from the 7th Letter crew tag it up. We got some pieces by Rhyme, Revoke, and Eclipse, and a bunch of other people. Had to bring a real graffiti crew to make it look legit.
Day 2, basically, we're out on the streets. Things are escalating.
Just left my apartment, I'm walking down the street.
Somehow during the video, I'm not fazed by any of the things that are going on around me. I kind of have tunnel vision.
Sometimes beginnings aren't so simple. Sometimes goodbye's the only way. And the sun will set for you.
I think we're gonna set some things on fire. Yeah, I like it when things go boom. There's fire. I like that. When we're planning out this video, we thought about doing CG stuff and, you know, cool special effects, and we reverted to doing everything practically. There's a lot of pyro going on, but it's all real fire. We had a guy named Jay, who's the top pyrotechnics expert on the set.
We have smoke grenades. Designated people only wearing gloves will be throwing the smoke grenades.
He arranged for 2 M16s to be fired. It's stuff to make it look like bullets were hitting the floor. Flame bars to make it look like things were on fire, smoke bombs, a car exploding, Molotov cocktails, you know. So it was kind of like anything that we could figure out to blow up, we made it happen.
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm the producer of this video for Linkin Park. Right now we're about to do probably our most dangerous stunt on this video. We're going to detonate this car here, this blue car. We're going to blow it up.
We're going to be blowing a lot of things up.
Your eyes say that you hate. There's truth in your lies, doubt in your...
The action is that we're seeing some rebel fighters, freedom fighters, if you will, being chased by military, because it's kind of like a military invasion.
And he's also safe to blow the car. You know, we can coordinate with Bill. Hey guys, let's clear this whole area out, please. We're doing a Molotov cocktail right here.
You will be alone with all your fears.
So in this one car we had a total of 5 mortars. These mortars contain the energy that's created by the black powder, backed by the sand. The sand is what shoves things around.
No, hey Gail, no one can be there. A few people, maybe 3 people, way out by the car on blocks. Now, first of all, okay, so Abe, I need you to confirm that we're 100% locked, okay? Okay, roll camera. And action!
I like it a lot.
No, it's totally is a rush.
get that on video.
Yeah, how was it?
It was a 95 out of 100 for me. What happened was this driver's side door got sucked back in by the fireball. So on film, you'll see the door fly open and then get sucked back closed. Look at the energy that went into that. See that? That's where the sand hit. Sand did all that. The windshield blew, but it didn't go because it hit the hood when you see the footage. As the hood went and lifted off, the windshield smacked the hood.
So the song is basically about shadow and darkness and the search for finding light in life or whatever circumstance you may be in. The video pretty much illustrates what that would be like. You know, we have a very nice life over here, but you never know what may be around the corner. With the video, I chose to create a dark environment. In today's time, the dark environments are, you know, when you turn on the news, it's war and, you know, soldiers occupying territories and people that live in those areas, you know, kind of their experiences. So with this video, what I created was that type of situation, but happening in our own backyard instead of on foreign soil. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone episode where, okay, all of a sudden what you see on TV is happening in our own backyard. There's no moral judgment going on. It's just kind of a what-if type scenario. I mean, as far as politics are concerned, you know, that has nothing to do with it. It's more about people, you know, like, okay, well, I see this happening to other people. What if those people were us?
Friends all plead for you to stay.
I think there is a little bit of a political twist to it. You know, I have my perception of it. I'm pretty sure it's different than what Joe's is.
There's a force there that you're not used to being there. When you're used to living a certain way and having certain luxuries and freedom to walk about the way you do, and all of a sudden there's someone there kind of in the way, you know, how would you react to that? Seeing, you know, people suffering and marching and protesting. And one thing that occurred to me is like, okay, all these people, they're normal people and they, you know, they eat, drink, and sleep the same way we do. You know, what if those people were us? How different would that make you feel? Videos have become very comfortable to me. I think the challenge is really to push the envelope and try to do something different every time. And with this video in particular, I felt that we've kind of done the band performance / narrative enough times. That was time to take a little bit of a break from that, and that's why in this video it's only Chester singing, because I really wanted the audience to connect with him as like a guy that's in the story and part of the story, rather than a guy, you know, a band that's like playing in a cool place and all of a sudden there's a story that's going along with it.
I think we've gotten to the point now where, you know, he kind of just tells us what the video's about and what we need to do for the scene, and that's it.
But then also while you're singing, kind of like, dude, like, Chester's a natural, man. He just does what he's got to do. You know, everyone on set knows what their job is, and make it happen. It was a bunch of late nights, so we could only create noise until 10 p.m. But for the rest of the night, we had a lot of fun.
Let's roll cameras.
This video shouldn't suck. That's the goal. We're going to try and make another video that doesn't suck.
This video was a lot of fun to make. We got to do a lot of really cool stuff. We tried to shoot the video in the style that maybe a movie would be made or a short film.
Guys, thank you very much. That's a wrap. Good job, everybody.
I blew up. That's what happened.
That is a Molotov cocktail.
It's a wrap. We're done. I gotta go to sleep.
We came up with something cool, and there's a lot of cool stuff to look at, and hopefully everyone watching will enjoy it, and here it is.